I'm like looking at myself like, holy moly, I gained a ton of weight when I was in the loony bin. In my defense, okay, breakfast, lunch, dinner, but then 2 snacks. Afternoon snack, 8 o'clock snack, 2:30 snack, and 8 o'clock snack. And like they give you 3 snacks. So literally you go up there, like I asked for applesauce, they give me 3 applesauce. Like I'm not saying that's bad, although Dr. Donovan, my pediatrician when I was little, did tell my mother that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but 2 will put on weight. That's what he told her. So, but I mean, in truth, I was eating like nobody's business because there's nothing else to do. We're sitting there chit-chatting with each other. Oh my God. This one time, band camp. All right, so I was sitting there, and I like to talk. I make a menace of myself because I talk to the other inmates. That's what I call the people at the loony bin. I was actually on the phone with the judge, on the Zoom with the judge, and I was trying to think of the word, and I'm like, with the other inmates, patients. Like I couldn't remember the stupid name, like, because it feels like we're prisoners, because we are prisoners there when we're in a loony bin. Even if you're voluntary, they still do not let you go. You have to be whatever. I don't want to talk too much about that right now. But what I do want to say is in Russell, Russell-J, Gould's video on YouTube, the most recent one, I think it's the most recent one, just from a few days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, it talks about where he's looking super. I got to tell you, I'm watching the video and I'm like, I'm imagining all sorts of stuff, but then I'm trying to listen to him as well. I've had to watch it a bunch of times. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing the Obama smashing thing. I hate that. I'll put my hands in my lap. So, like when he's at the podium and he'd be talking and he keep doing this. My ex-husband does that too. It's just, it's just so, what are you angry about? But I'm angry about the hospital thing. Anyway, I just don't think the president of the United States should be all angry up there talking in front of us, right? Hey, if you're talking about war like Trump is, you got to say, hey, we might blow it up. It's the plan. We might. I'm not saying we're gonna. We'd like to help, but that's what a president should be all about. Okay, Russell said in his video, he's talking about, at one point, it's a 45-minute long video. A lot of it, sorry to say, if you guys don't know Russell, it's going to be way over your head. This one part, though, I want to zoom in on for you. He talks about commerce. Russell's all about the now space. In contracts, from anywhere on the planet, if it's not written in Russell's grammar, quantum grammar, then correct communication sentence structure, then it's written in modification language. What that means is, in contracts, they always talk about shall, you shall pay this, or you shall send your child to school. The defendant tried to make a go of it with her husband, or, it's all past or future tense. There's no now tense. They're not actually able to authorize to write in the now tense. But they wouldn't dream of doing that because when somebody goes to court, they're not being tried for the now. They're being tried for what already happened. The penalty is what's going to happen. So you get tried for something that happened, and you're going to pay for what's going to happen, right? Like you're going to be found guilty. Okay, so I got this I didn't get this. Di-Giorno, Deborah-Anne got this in the mail. And all capital letters right there. All right, so you know what? As far as you guys don't put your address on there. If you look it up, for crying out loud, or look up my parents' name, you find it. You see they live at 162 Cooper Road. Not a secret. If you want to look it up, you can find it. The only people who have their addresses hidden are cops, judges, maybe some prosecuting attorneys, and politicians and stars. Like, well, maybe not even stars, but police officers, fuck yeah, you're never going to find there. And judges, oh God, never. Not in a bazillion years are you going to find that address. Well, because if they send you to court, or the police officer does you a dirty, or the judge does you, if anybody does you a dirty, they don't want you to find them. Go there with your friends and beat the shit out of them. That's the fact, Jack, right? Okay. So this demand notice that I got in the mail, it found its way to me, even though it was sent to my parents' house. Well, that's the address on my license. When I got back from Arizona, I didn't have a place. I was going to stay in a hotel, so I just put my parents' address. And, you know, they were kind enough to forward stuff on to me. But also the people at the post office at the 01534, Mike there, he's great. Denise too, she's good too. They know who I am because I go in there for my I had gone in there for my P.O. box, and they just like, oh, she lives over there, whatever. So they route it appropriately. So anyway, this demand notice. Now, incidentally, this is for state excise tax. Okay, $25 per 1,000, right? So my car, the valuation is $2,829, $2,829, and so the excise due is $70.74. Everything is in a box, right? For the Federal Styles Manual, anything in brackets, that's also boxing, is not on the page. That means that they're saying, well, we know we can't really bill you for this, so we're going to put it in a box. Hey, if you take this as a bill, I mean, this doesn't say bill. It just says demand, right? It just says demand notice, right? And it also has, it has my name on it, my birth certificate name, charges, total due. It's saying total due. Whether or not I pay it, that's up to me. I mean, it doesn't really, if not, hang on. If not paid when due, subject to penalties of interest, demand charges, and fees. Interest accrues on any unpaid balance until the date of payment at an annual rate of 12%. This form approved by the Department of Revenue. Whoa, big times, huh? Okay, well, here's what the thing is, folks. The Department of Revenue is actually a military operation. Department of Revenue. I mean, everything in all capital letters, which it says here, is military. My name there, like a birth certificate, military. Demand notice, that's military. That's actually like a corporation. Demand notice is a corporation. If you pay towards this, it goes to demand notice. Well, I mean, it might not. If you make a, it says make mail pay. Oh. It just says mail payments to Town of Northbridge. If you decide to write out the check for Town of Northbridge, well, hey, they just said to mail it there. It didn't say to make out a payment to them. It just says payments are due. It doesn't really say you have to pay, right? See, they're very, very careful with how they word this because they know, and this is what Russell was talking about in his video, commerce is not going to have forward movement, right? So when you get a bill in the mail and it says mail payments to, it's like, well, that's future tense. Why am I mailing you a payment? For what? Not only that, where's the contract? What the fuck did I sign with the Town of Northbridge at 7 Main Street, Whitensville, Mass. 01588? I mean, fuck, I live here at 01534. So I don't know why the fuck I'm paying Town of Northbridge 01588, which incidentally is actually Whitensville. That's the division of Northbridge called Whitensville, because it says it right there, Whitensville. But then they want me to pay Town of Northbridge. I didn't sign any contract with the Town of Northbridge. I paid them this excise tax with a check. Went in with a check in person to 7 Main Street, Whitensville, downtown, across from the community center, right? A guy from CVS told me how to get there because I didn't have GPS, and I didn't feel like looking it up on my phone. It was just a big pain. I'm like, just let me talk to people. Where is the town hall? Down there? Fine. I know where that is. I remember going there. So I went down there. I paid her a check. Also paid my landlord with a check. Sent him a check in the mail. Sent it for the May rent. He claims I never paid him. Same as here. They make it on you to prove that you paid, right? They'll send you demand notices till the fucking cows come home. They're like, well, you got to prove that you paid. Hey, I don't know if I got the check. You want me to send you certified mail so you sign for it? Fine. If you pay your rent, you got to send something to make sure I sign for that. It's like people don't want money. Do you want the money or don't you? Talking to Russell about it, and he's like, well, people get a check these days, and they're like, And I was like that too. My father-in-law would always write us checks, and like, I didn't do the thing on my phone. My bank didn't even offer it where you could do the thing on your phone, so I'd have to go in person, and it was like a big pain in the ass. You get a check for like $20 in the mail, you're like, what the hell am I doing with this ding-dang thing? Like, it's more of my time to like take time out to go down there, wait in line, find a parking spot if you need one, go in there, wait for somebody to say, give me your ID, give me this, check this out, put it in, sign it here. Like, for $20, it ain't worth it. The town of Holliston sent me a check, or my ex-husband, one of us, a check for like we overpaid something, and then they sent us a demand notice because we didn't cash the ding-dang check. Like, honest to God. I'm like, you're sending a demand. I demand you cash that check, or tell us that you didn't cash it so we can issue you a new one. Like, that's the demand? You're forcing a performance on me? If I don't cash a check, what's the demand there? You're going to just keep charging me penalties for me not cashing it? Because it costs you, I don't know. So that's what they're saying. All right, so the town of Northbridge, what they do as far as you having a contract with them, you don't have a contract with the town of Northbridge. Excuse me. You may have a contract with the town of Northbridge. When you pay for services and you sign a check or you pay it online, they just assume. But that's not actually true. That's not how you have a contract with the town of Northbridge. They can't actually, what are they going to do? Send the cops? Hey, you didn't pay this demand notice, and now it's up to me? No, maybe they'll take you to court. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just keep tacking it on. Someday, 3-5 years from now, you'll have one for $1,842 in excise tax, and you'll just keep saying this. Just print what I owe. Put it on my tab. Like, what are you going to do? I don't pay my excise tax? I bought a car, and now you're telling me, town of Northbridge, I have to pay you taxes because I own a car? You're letting me ride on the streets that you maintain. How exactly? Oh, that's how. The town of Northbridge maintains the streets by supplying the recycling bins. That's what they do. The town supplies the recycle bins so that the recycling isn't all over the street. So when you put your recycling bin out, everybody knows those recycling bins were provided by the town of Northbridge. Yes, that corporation provided the... So that's why when Big Hulk attacked me on my front stoop, I had been bringing out the recycling to the bin. I learned this in the... Okay, so it was the coolest thing. This gal that I met in the loony bin, her name was Jeannie, and she worked for... Honest to God, freaking Russell, like, somehow in this mystical cosmic way has my paths crossed with like the freaking coolest people on the planet. She was is so darn cool. I was like, Jeannie and I didn't agree about the cops. She was like, no, we got to have cops. And she even knew like all the stuff that happened to me. She's like, I don't know. If somebody knocks on my door in the middle of 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm calling the police. And I'm said, what are they going to do? Wait there till the police show up? Oh, fine, the cops are coming. I hear sirens. I'll run. Like, she's like, I don't know. I think we need them. So I'm like, her and I disagreed on that, but we laughed it off. And she was like, I know, you don't. We didn't even talk about that. If we didn't agree on something, we just move on, right? I love Jeannie. I really do. Such a great, great person. But she worked for the city clerk's office in Worcester. Oh, I was talking to her about the Kroc family buying. They bought. Remember, I said in my previous videos from Deborah Jo Miller that the Paul Revere Life Insurance Company sold 340 Main Street in Worcester, Massachusetts, to the Kroc family. And the Kroc family was trying to unload it. They had tried to convert it into apartments, condos, or something. There was like a 312 unit project, and maybe it was going nowhere. They tried, lost funding. Who the hell knows? Hey, then they tried to sell it, or it was hard to say if it was on the market. $54 million. Who's got that kind of cash, eh? Maybe you could pay in pistachio nuts, take up a collection, or pig nuts, right? You can't get those manufactured or like separated because they're too hard. Only squirrels can do that. Maybe like on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Willy Wonka, you get a bunch of squirrels, get them in captivity, put them together, give them the nuts, and just as they break them open, club them over the head, knock them out, and take the nuts. Revive them with some lavender. When they come to, they can start cracking some more nuts. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Russell pops this stuff in my head. It ain't me. It's him. Or it is me, and I'm just that clever and funny. Whatever you guys want to think. Obviously, I love squirrels. That's why I put a little dish like down on the stairs. Well, it was for the chipmunks, actually. But when I saw the little baby squirrel up on the thing, eating it, like eating all the bird seed, oh my God, it was so damn cute. Anyway, I love squirrels. I hate when I see them dead in the road. Oh, God. Anyway, okay, so the demand notice. You don't know it, but that is literally, and Jeannie agreed. She said, trash is the only way the town has a connection to bill you or say that you're theirs, that you're in contract with them, because you're in usury with the town of Northbridge, town of Whitensville, town of Worcester, city of Worcester, wherever you are, right? The town uses that. Literally, people, I am not kidding you, because I found out this the hard way in Holliston, when I hadn't been doing anything with the town, right? The police weren't coming because I didn't have any contracts with the town. I wasn't, and contracts run 45 days. I didn't have any contracts going with that town. I hadn't signed one thing saying that me and the town of Holliston were like this, right? Never did it. Until I put out the trash one day, right? I was on a Thursday, and I took this in the video with Deborah-Joe Miller. I said I put out the trash, and the police showed up that day to do a well check on Joe. And that right then I knew. I was like, holy moly, it's the trash. So I did something. I put a stamp and an autograph on the thing, and then I think I put out bags with the trash sticker, and I put an autograph on that. I tried that for a while, just to say, like, hey, I'm not in usury. This was interesting, though. Okay, when I put out the trash, this is what I figured out, because Russell popped it into my head. I put out the trash. I put a stamp on it. I also put the words Town of Holliston in a big black box, because anything in a box isn't on the page, although I'm pretty sure it was white lettering, so that didn't quite matter. It didn't matter if it had lettering or not. The Town of Northbridge recycling bin doesn't have lettering on it. It doesn't say it. It's just everybody knows, because everybody knows, right? I put a stamp on it, and I put it out near the mailbox, because that's where you put your trash or your recycling, right? By the mailbox. And there was a stamp on it that I autographed and put there. Well, I didn't put out the recycling. I put out a piece of mail with a stamp on it. Hey, if there wasn't enough postage on it, that the mail truck didn't take it, the mailman, that ain't my bad. He left it there. I tried. I put it out every week with a stamp on it saying, hey, I want to ship this thing. I mean, it's got a bunch of stuff in it. I want to ship the whole container as it is. If he's not going to provide a service to like weigh it and whatever, I'm going to just keep trying every week. I'm going to try to ship my container, not my container, this container. I'm going to try to ship it. Look, I'm trying to ship it back to the town of Northbridge. I'm putting it on there. If it's theirs, they can come take it. They don't take it. I mean, literally, I put it out there. The trash comes by, the recycling comes by. They just dump it and they put it back. I'm trying to have them take the whole thing. I mean, if they want it so bad, honest to God, this thing, I got this in the mail, right? Summons of defendant. Deborah-Anne Di-Giorno, 162 Cooper Road. Fine, that's on my license. Now, they want my first 5 accounts. Now, this is a trial court of Massachusetts. They want me to go to trial. When they smashed my window on Route 146 on March 24th, 2026, this is what the offenses are. Now, this is on here. This is not what they left when I signed with the bail commissioner. That was disturbing the peace, because they know you don't go to court for disturbing the peace. You just get cited for it. But they wanted me to go to court for it. I just didn't go. But I did get this in the mail, and they sent it. When did they send it? Oh, it was signed by D-Andrea on May 4th. Interesting. I have to do the timeline on that, but I gotta imagine it's somewhere around 20 or 30. Babe, is this like 38 days? No, is it 45? No, random? Okay. Well, anyway, I'll do the timeline later. But they wanted me to go to court 6/5/26. Well, vigilantes smashed my door and took me into, with their cop uniforms on, and took me to, because 10 cops aren't going to use a battering ram on my door. That doesn't happen. So obviously they were vigilantes, right? And, and that group saw it on the news that they're called roamers. And also he had a brown handle gun, and cops don't carry real guns. They carry tasers. Okay, fine. So it was vigilantes. And so they took me in. So that was on June 3rd. So I couldn't possibly go to court on June 5th because I was in the loony bin. Interesting, though. They do Zoom court all the time, because I did a Zoom when I was in there. And it was with the Trial Court of Massachusetts District Court Department. They didn't bring a Zoom in. I wonder why. So weird. I wouldn't have mind going to court. Tell this D-Andrea what a dummy he is. I mean, he puts a signature there. D-Andrea, just so you know, Pop-Tart, okay, ask your friend Peter Katugin what happened to him, or what he got in the mail when I sent it on February 7th, 2022. I used stamps to open up the box and then make sure that he knew. Well, he didn't sign it. Okay, so fine. It's a bit different, right? He knew. I kind of did him a dirty, to tell you the truth. I did him a dirty. I didn't know, though. I swear to God, I swear on a stack of Bibles, did not mean it as a rude, thing. It was an arrest warrant, for a bench warrant. They wanted to arrest me. They sent it to my house. They wanted to arrest me for not going to court, right? They wanted to arrest me for not going to court, failed to send child to school. When you look up the not sending your child to school, it's a fine of $20. It's a $20 fine, which is not federal. It has to be $21 or more for it to be federal. So they wanted to charge me a civil crime, not sending my kid to school, a $20 fine, but they wanted me to go to court for it, and they wanted to arrest me for $20. $20 freaking dollars. They wanted to arrest me for it. But I knew it came in all in a box, so it wasn't on the page. It was all fraudulent grammar. The whole thing was just fraud, right? But I said, oh, no, you don't. So I opened that fraud up in a box so that I could tell Peter Katugin, hey, now see, I didn't mean it for him. I meant for him. I mean, if I had a relationship with him, I mean, I kind of do now when I saw him at the Millbury State Police Barracks on May 25th, 2026. I didn't know it was him. I was kind of falling asleep. I didn't know it was him. When I got home, I should have called him up and said, hey, Pete, why didn't you tell me it was you? We could have actually we chatted about that mail I sent you that you got mad about, right? So I sent him mail letting him know that he was committing a crime, and that was a violation of Title 18, Section 1001, 1002, fraudulent conveyance of grammar. That's that $15 million fine, right? He was pissed because I let him know, and, well, I sent it registered mail, and I used a red box stamp. I didn't know what that meant, but I knew the red box stamp was actually backed by gold. It cost me $10 on eBay for this stamp, right, to use on that document. And it was a document because I docked it at the post office when I filed it there and received. I can't remember if I sent that one registered or certified. when I'm doing something big times, I sent it registered because my friend Kim Jeffries told me, she's a claimant with Russell too, that when you send things registered, Russell knows about those, finds out about those, because when you do it registered, that becomes military. Hang on one second. Let me ask. Did you get that? Did you know about that? No, he didn't. Okay, so that was a falsehood that Kim told me, or she had heard it, through the grapevine. Whatever. I don't know if I sent it Oh, does that mean I sent it certified? Oh, no, he doesn't know. He doesn't keep track of that stuff. He's busy doing other stuff. You think he's looking at all our mail? Well, apparently Peter Katujan was kind of mad about it because he wanted to teach me a lesson. That's why he sent the cops on March 31st to, talk to me about something. I don't know. They were banging on the windows and 6:15 in the morning saying, "Hey, Deborah, we know you called our office in December." I don't know. I didn't ask them. I was just scared out of my wits, and I stayed there till they went away. And then they went away. Okay. So, Brian D-Andrea. I got some bad news for you, Pumpkin. Ooh. Well, you're somebody's son. I call my son Pumpkin. And you're somebody's son. And I'm really sorry to do this to you. I'm not going to do it to you right now because I just don't have the capacity right now. I don't have my stamps. I don't have my, my blue thing, although I do use this to, color my finger and give it the autograph thing, but my fingerprint. But I don't know. I don't have my claim of the life. I mean, I'm sad about that. And also, I'm telling you here, I don't need to send you paperwork. I don't need to take my time, my money to send you paperwork to, an amicus curiae to let you know that you're committing a fraud. And honestly, I don't need $15 million, and I don't know how to fine you. I seriously don't. I don't know how to fine people $15 million. What I had been doing is I took all the things that I had sent people, big stack of them, sent them to Russell, right? A big stack of them. So like Peter Katujan, I sent everything from, I sent to the cops, to the courts, to the school, to DESE, Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, sent it from them, I sent things to the YMCA, I sent to them, to some, union thing I sent Russell a stack you could choke on, right? Not like that stack he has in that cool dorsal red thing in that video. I'm like, is that thing? It was so cool. But anyway, I sent him a big stack of paperwork, and I used a big rivet to send it to him. So, Brian D-Andrea. Yes, bad news. Although, Honorary Zachary Hillman's name is on this, and he witnessed it. And he is Testy of First Justice. Testy, what is that? He's a ball buster? I don't know. Busty, he's got balls? I don't know. Testicular fortitude? Is that what that's about? Babe, does he have a lot of testicular fortitude? No, he doesn't. Well, I don't know what testy is. He's testy about... Oh. He's going to be testy when he sees his name on this video. Well, I'm sorry, but it's in lowercase letters. It's not in all caps. Sorry. I'm sorry. And it's in a box, so I'm going to put it like I see it. If I have to punctuate it, sorry. Do you want to be a real person, or do you just want to be a person in a box? A judge's box? It doesn't count? Don't worry. Hey, Russell doesn't let me do anything unless I'm authorized to do it. If he doesn't want me to do it in lowercase letters, he won't let me, right? It isn't a box. But, I don't know. Do you judges and lawyers and clerks want to admit that boxing is a thing? Do you want to say, hey, there is such a thing as boxing, and you've been tricking the American people into thinking this means something? Or do you want me to get with Russell and fine you $15 million apiece? Zachary Hillman and Brian D-Andrea. Which is it? I'm going to leave this one open for comments, right? I would like to know. We'll take a little poll. Maybe I'll set it up as a poll. I'll figure out how to do that. Oh, cool. Okay, I'll take a poll. I want only people in the law, right? cops, you can weigh in too. Well, because, you do paperwork like this all the time. Okay, do you guys want to admit that boxing is a thing that you're tricking us with? Or do you want me to find these two guys and anybody else's name I see on here, on any other paperwork that somebody gives them? I did see a police name on paperwork signed, Michael Woods. I did. So, tickets. I don't know. Cops are getting smart, though. They're not signing stuff anymore, right? I mean, I don't know how many of them are left out there, but I think the cops are much, much smarter than the clerks and the judges and stuff because, well, they know that the clerks and the judges are going to be like, yeah, it's our courtroom. We're going to do what we want. And the cops are like, yeah, we know. We don't sign anything. We don't sign a thing, right? Michael Woods did that probably because, I don't know, he thought like I couldn't see the signature. And in truth, I really couldn't see the signature. But I did find it on something else. And it was a, something he's like the principal, like the keeper of the money, the trader of the goods, the keeper of the cargo, which are the children of the Holliston Public Schools, right? Only it says Michael Wood. Hey, maybe there's a Michael Wood and a Michael Woods. He's Mike Woods. Hey, when he's the school attendance officer, he's Mike Woods. When he's the keeper of the money, which is the children, right? They trade the children like money. Well, when they have IEPs and stuff like that, they get a lot more funding from federal funding. Federal funding jacks up through the roof when you have a kid who's damaged. Because this is martial law, folks, and in martial law, the military pays for stuff. The Navy runs everything, all vessels, and including birth certificate vessels. And birth certificate vessels, which are people on paper, right? Children on paper. Well, not actual bodies. Children on paper have diagnoses. And if they have things like autism or Down syndrome or something, like Down syndrome, oh boy, ton of money for that. Sorry, but they get a lot of funding for that because kids like that need a lot more support, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, but they capitalize on that, right? That's why they like to I'm not saying they do it for kids with Down syndrome, but like kids with autism or even if they're on the spectrum, like, oh yeah, get them in an IEP. That way we get more funding for them. We get to get more, have our new school, new computers, new paste, new markers, new Sharpies, all sorts of stuff. Hire more teachers, have more aides. I mean, just keep throwing money at this stuff. I don't know. I'm sure there's no embezzling going on or anything like that. I can't possibly know for sure. What I will say is, sometime, someplace, it has to be the benefit of somebody, and it might be insurance companies. We'll go there some other day, but I got to tell you guys, all of this that happens is because of insurance companies. Okay, so I'll put it in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. I was going to talk about birth certificates because today is my birthday. And I have my birth certificate here ready. But maybe I'll just do that in another quick video. And for now, we'll leave it at that. Brian, D-Andrea, and Zachary Hillman. $15 million fine, suckers. What you gonna do? I don't know. Oh, no. Julie Harris. Oh, God. Hang on. Whoop. Hold the phone. Julie Harris is the treasurer, collector. She's the keeper of the money. Town of Northbridge. Sorry, Julie. It's Julie A. Harris. So, I gotta know, they're doing this on purpose, aren't they? In case I open the box. Is it Julie A? No. Is it Julie A. Harris? No. Do they do this because they're smart? Yeah. Okie dokie. Because they know that Julie A. Harris, it matters because there's punctuation there. It's not just for short. You put your whole name out there. They do Julie A. Harris if that was it, but then now you're talking A, now that's an article, but the way they would use it, it would be an adverb modifying the verb Harris. So, and Julie would be the pronoun, adverb, verb. So, putting the A there at the end makes it, I don't know, that's still an adverb? Would that be pronoun, adverb? Yeah, all right. So, whatever. They're not really conveying anything here as far as a name goes, so they're kind of keeping her out of hot water. Although, honestly, I would still try to find her and let them say, hey, that ain't me. I ain't her. My birth certificate is Julie A. Ann Harris or whatever it is, and this says Julie A. period Harris. What's it going to be, Julie? Are you committing fraud here by calling yourself Julie A. period Harris? Or are you committing fraud by putting everything in a box? I don't know. Put it in the comments. We'll see. All right, I'll do 2 polls if I can in there. You guys let me know. Are the town people who run the town dirtbags, or is it their counselors? Is it the lawyers writing the contracts, doing all these things, or is it the insurance company? Or, I mean, this whole thing screams. Every single thing in here is in all capital letters. Well, I'm not going to talk about the military because I already got a target on my back. The military is actually here, the town of Northbridge. So who's ever running the town of Northbridge, you're military. Or you are when you send things. Hang on. Am I in trouble? Okay. Oh, I'm not teaching anybody a lesson. I'm just trying to, teach you guys a lesson. I'm teaching you a lesson on grammar. And this is all in capital letters. That means this is military. So whether or not you know it, Julie A. Harris, you're in the military, baby. I don't know if you knew, but now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.